Hello and welcome to the channel, it's Irad, and so today we have a video regarding the latest news regarding Star Citizen, and we have some developers who replied on Spectrum, actually one key developer here, and that is Chad McKinney, who is in charge of gameplay engineering at Cloud Imperial Games. And so a couple of questions have been asked in the Ask the Devs category of Spectrum, and so we're going to check it out right now. And the first question here is about the metrics for medium and large hangars, which seem inadequate according to Osuga, and I think that I agree with them, especially when regards to some of the ships which really barely fit in those hangars. I'm thinking, for example, of the C1 Spirit, right? Well, here Osuga is worried about also the freight elevators. Well, it seems that Chad McKinney is giving some interesting answers here, because they are looking at hangar metrics right now, apparently, because of the push of precisely freight elevators and persistent hangars. Chad is not promising on specifics here, but they are needed indeed to rework parts of the art for the freight elevators, which is something that they are right now considering. So definitely we should be expecting the elevators to change in the future, and these elevators should in the future better accommodate some of the newer ships that have been released recently. Next question here is from Cybear, who wonders what's happening to the gameplay related to the Hull C. There's not much to do with the Hull C apart from freighting large amounts of cargo from one station to another. And here Chad says that they are planning hauling missions to add more content. However, for cargo, they have been focusing on very large changes for coming up freight elevators, persistent hangars, and more. So if we watch the cargo career ISC related, we should get info about these changes according to Chad, but he says that this is not the end for the Hull C, and that they are going to balance with further initiatives in the future. So yeah, quite a vague answer here from Chad, but kind of a confirmation that we are eventually going to have those much anticipated freight missions. Next is a question from Lulu Honey, who asks about storage containers, and here they would like to also have the ability to salvage things that we find in salvage missions, such as quantum drive, shields, cooler, power plants, and so on, and that we could put them in and out of storage containers, which are now available in 3.22, at least in the EPTU. And they would like also to name those containers, which would be a very good idea. That would be very convenient, something that we have in most other games. Chad says that this is part of the plan, but we're not going to get this in the next upcoming phase of future updates. So what it says here is that we're not going to see that in the next coming year, basically. If we haven't seen that in CitizenCon, it's probably not going to come. That's what this answer means. Still with cargo containers here, he would like to, this is Silva here, would like to know when we are going to get real containers in 3.22 as shown in the release view. So these will be containers with the logos of the companies that we are going to be working with here. And Chad said that this is an unfortunate use of concept art, and it is misleading for what they are releasing this quarter. They are still considering literally open cargo for the future, but what we are seeing in the concept art, at least in the roadmap, is not reflective of what we are going to be getting. And we have another answer here regarding containers. These are the 1/8 containers, you know, those boxes that we can manually get in our hands from the cargo missions, for example, the box missions. Well, these are going to be able to be stored in inventory cargo boxes. With the upcoming changes for freight elevators, they are going to expand so that they can snap onto cargo grids, including those 1/8 SCU boxes, which is going to be very, very convenient, because right now we just drop them onto ships, or we just place them and they're not very stable. Sometimes they clip through the ships. It's very annoying. So the fact that they're going to be considered as real cargo boxes like the other cargo boxes that we have, and then they will be very easily snapped onto the ships, is going to be quite life-changing. Big shout out to Chad McKinney here for answering those questions and taking his time to answer the community. This is always awesome to have developers taking their time to do so, and that's why we love the Star Citizen project. It's an amazing community with an amazing set of developers as well. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the Patreon and YouTube members who made this video possible, including Dr. Fabin, Zero, Crusher, Diplomer, Infidel, and Ducky to Ducker. I have been Irad. I'll see you guys in the next one.